Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to our study of mind rubrics. And let's start with our rubric for today, that is crawling on floor. Like the rubric itself is self explanatory, where the patient is crawling on the floor. Hmm? So, just for the sake of meaning, crawling means to move slowly or with difficulty, especially with your body stretched out along the ground or on hands and knees. So, like this patient is on hands and knees, and this patient is flat on the floor, huh? And she's trying to crawl, or he's trying to crawl. That is what basically the rubrics means crawling on floor. So, Kent has given only one remedy for this rubric. Interestingly, in the newer repertories, if you look at Complete, sometimes Murphy, etc., one is Lachesis seems to be still in low grade low grade, and there are many remedies which have been added which are in higher grade than what lachesis is, and some of them are even old remedies like acetic acid, etc. So but let us stick to Kent repertory, because I have been doing Kent's repertory. And if we try and understand where this rubric is coming from, and if we read the provings, we find, especially in Hering's guiding symptoms, that Hering observes that a child is very angry and irritable, is not interested to talk with anybody if there are people in the room, and shows hatred towards the mother, and is sort of sitting in one corner or lying down in one corner, and is not interested to play with children or interact with children, showing disinterest, wanting to be left alone, and be in one place. So lachesis, as a remedy, seems to be very indolent, very not wanting a lot of physical activity, wanting to tending towards laziness and indolent behavior, lazy, lying down, sleeping, wanting to be left alone, etc. And if somebody comes, don't come, aggravation from touch, irritability, all this you will see. But what is interesting is Herring also says that while this child is lying there in the corner, he is sort of covering up his face and is but observing everything by looking in between his fingers. Between his fingers, he's trying to observe, he's trying to learn what is happening over here in the surrounding. He's not trying to be actually disinterested. He is portraying as if he's disinterested, but he's observing. By covering up his face, he's showing that I am not even interested, I am not even looking at you, but actually he's looking from behind his fingers. So this is one of the important uh, mm, manifestations in snakes. Snakes generally have this tendency to not show their actual intention. So they want to show outside that they are very good, they are very well intentioned, or they are not interested, but internally they have another motive, or not so good motive, or they are actually interested but don't want to show that they are interested, and they are finding ways to hide their intention by covering up the hand, but at the same time observe everything by looking in between the fingers, observing, like this. So this hiding, but to just to show that I am not interested, but actually I am interested. That is what is snake quality, to show something and have something else inside. Hmm? This is one thing. Another thing is if we open other repertories and try and understand, because I had very little, so I started exploring other repertories also for this rubric of crawling, considering lachesis. And then you will see that this is given with relation to insanity, madness, and patient is rolling on the floor, or in some materia medicas also it is given. So it is given in materia medicas that patients start to behave like this before convulsions, before spasms. This is what is seen in lachesis, that before the patient develops convulsions or spasms, the patient starts to behave in a strange manner. Patient starts to crawl on the floor. Patient starts to mock people. Patient starts to crack jokes. Patient starts to make whistling noise. So this whistling noise is very important. Somehow whistling is a tendency in snakes. Whistling noise, and um, this behaving like he's gone mad, that he's behaving in a very strange manner, by mocking, by laughing, by cracking jokes. This kind of increased cerebral activity before the actual convulsion is going to come up, and this kind of behavior seems to be characteristic to lachesis before convulsion, and then the convulsion begins. So this kind of insane behavior before convulsions is seen in lachesis. So or it is also mentioned without convulsions also, patient may behave in such a manner when they have actually gone insane, when they have actually gone mad. So this kind of behavior is what lachesis is resembling in this particular rubric. So that's it, friends, that I have, because there is only one remedy in this particular rubric, and the rubric is also very much self-explanatory, so I didn't have much to explain over here. And regarding cross references, one is, I already said that this rubric could be part of insanity or madness in the patient. And another is, interestingly, there is another rubric which mentions rolling, and in rolling there is a sub rubric, rolling on floor. And there also there are some common remedies, but there are remedies which are not there in crawling but are there in rolling. And in rolling, opium seems to be given higher up there. So I really don't know the actual difference of what, how they have differentiated crawling and rolling. So I need to study that rubric and its remedies, only then I can really talk about it. Till then, I felt it is important that at least you know that rolling is also another rubric that is there in our repertoire. So that's it, friends. See you all soon in our next rubric. Till then, bye bye.